Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Ultimate Fantasy Locker Room. It's us, and we got a lot in store for you guys today. We got some pressing issues. We're going to talk about Kyrie, a little bit about the draft, and the USFL Class of the Week. Cover some B-ball first-round action. But we'll start the show off, get into our comments section. Zach, you got anything for us this week?
Yeah, if you see the board, we're road to 1 million. By the time you probably watch this, we probably have already hit 1 million views on our hashtag UFL podcast on TikTok. So,
Boom.
Big shout out to you guys for watching, commenting, liking, sharing everything that we've been working on lately.
A bigger shout out to us for making you watch us to get to 1 million. Boom.
And now the compliments backfired.
I think Mark means big shout out to him.
Yeah.
Because he does believe. In fact,
Mark thinks he's a star.
In another text thread,
like a little
little
mirror and
in a text thread today, he did say that he was basically a TikTok phenomenon.
He's Madonna.
He's been saying that for a while.
But he said it to other people. It's different when he says it to us and it's a joke, but when he admits it to regular people,
it is a problem.
He starts going for
signatures. You were kind of protecting me like an asset.
Well, because you represent him in that.
That's what he said. He said he was an asset. That's what he referred to.
No, I said the greatest asset.
Mark Donna.
Yeah, you said you were the
Mark Donna.
Mark Donna.
So I'll actually continue with the Mark Donna theme. So if you didn't watch last week's episode, we should not hashtag that.
Hashtag Mark Donna.
Well, you're a lot like her. You're old, wrinkled, and trying to hang on.
Okay,
spot on.
Enough, yeah. We actually got surprised last week, and we have some of the hats still on the set today. Last week we got surprised with some good or bad looking fedoras. It's very subjective.
I think I won the hat vote.
And a cowboy hat. The dude takes the cowboy hat and gives us all fedoras.
I made the fedora look good.
So one of the comments that I thought was pretty funny. It was right as the clip posted, like 20 minutes in, somebody commented and gave rankings who they thought were the best and worst hat wearers.
It was Phil.
Phil's
dad. But
my dad doesn't know how to use a phone.
So this is actually a second repeat commenter too. So this guy loves the show apparently. FCG_Jackson said number 1 was blue shirt, which was you.
Right. Thank you.
Yes.
Number 2 is green shirt, which was me.
Thank you, Jackson.
Number 3 was white shirt, which was you. And then number 4, I don't know what color shirt you were wearing because they said number 4 was Mr. Uncircumcised.
So can we hashtag that?
Yes.
And
Mr. Uncircumcised.
Yeah. Can Mark wear a name tag that says Mr. Uncircumcised?
I think I nailed exactly what you looked like. You looked like a poorly aged Joey Fatone in that hat and that side shot. That's what it looked like.
Listen,
I nailed it, man.
I'm okay.
I wish I would have said that on air.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
When I said you looked like an uncircumcised penis,
I don't know if
there was laughter and agreement.
An agreement.
I don't know if you look as good as Joey Fatone. No,
I can't take credit for it because
Joey Fatu.
Rocky said it himself, but he said that he looked like the Little Caesars logo from the side. So
I did, yeah. That's actually what I did.
But it's not as funny because he thought of himself.
Self-deprecation.
Yeah.
No, but it's self-deprecation based on reality that I'm self-aware.
There's reality.
I'm not
self-aware of what?
I'm not calling myself the asset.
Schnozzle.
Yeah. I'm not calling myself the asset like some people.
No, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
We know that.
All right, so
people loved the hats. To continue on with the second one. This was on our Instagram actually, so thank you for following the Instagram and commenting. Just Land Rumming with 2 M's said, at the Rockfather looks like he lives in Lancaster, Pennsylvania and drives a horse and a buggy, but he gets my vote. Hashtag Amish Guido.
Yeah.
Amish Guido.
Yeah, thank you.
And I think you actually threatened the viewer too by saying you're going to put a hit out on him.
I did, yeah. I did.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was warranted.
Amazing.
Another comment we had was from, I think this was from when Phil was talking about the Giants becoming a playoff team with the Daboll hiring.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody commented, his name is All Day O'Malley 47, said, I ain't mad at this take. I like it. And then he said, coming from a Pats fan.
Oh,
so
he should hate us.
Yeah, that's a fair take and a fair
Thank
agreement.
you for not being the guy underneath him.
5 rings.
I went and checked. He's like 12 years old. So the anger kind of simmered down after that.
I mean, listen, 12-year-olds buy T-shirts too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they did.
So, you know.
And sometimes 12-years, let's face it, are the biggest assholes, and you really just want to go after them. And
I wanted to. I was tempted.
Well, you don't want to go after 12-year-olds, Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
It's never really a good strategy.
You don't want to get that cut.
Can you clip that, please?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Somebody can. You always gotta keep that. Somebody definitely can clip that audio.
Yeah, Mark's like.
That's why I'm the asset, man. I'm just audio all day
Mark's
long.
like the Catholic Church over there.
Last but not least, we had the_breaking_Gil_boys 88 said, "Love the Kosar jersey."
Nice name.
Oh, look at this class.
Yeah, that was nice.
It's a class name.
Oh,
So I gotta
get
get some stuff. Get some more stuff
you
up
do.
here.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
You
we
should-
have some
you can get an
additions to
Eli Manning.
the board.
I got a Taylor jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Taylor's a winner. I could stand by
It was
that.
Eli Manning. He won twice.
And that's it. Thank you for commenting.
Yeah, thanks for commenting, guys. And
Keep
before
watching.
we get in, keep watching. What are you doing, Marky?
Let's cut that section.
I was gonna ask how your week went, if
I thought you
anything.
were going to go right into
No,
it.
you know what? We got to fill it out.
Reboot.
It's fun.
One,
It's fun.
two, three.
Hey, listen. So, how was your guys' week? Anything new?
Mine just got a lot better.
Oh, geez.
I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, look
Sweet.
at that.
So he's
Got
fired.
fired? Yeah.
He got fired.
It's not good for Tara. You got laid off. That's not
It's actually a terrible week for my cats. One had to get x-rays. She's fine. The other one got his, cojones snipped today.
Oh shit.
Live time. So,
Oh.
yeah.
I did think it was a class move when you posted the TikTok video of your pics. You were, you grabbed your cat.
I was holding my cat. Yeah.
Stroking your cat.
Try to be a little
Yeah.
personal,
I mean, I don't do that on camera.
The cat actually got a vote on not a vote, but
That's
some
not-
praise on the comments.
When
yeah.
I pet my cats, it's typically
It's
I
behind
just don't
closed
think
doors.
the world needs to see.
Yeah.
Well, you got to show your,
There's scented candles involved.
Do you
There's-
have a
male
do you-
mental health.
There's probably some Jada Kiss on.
Do you have a cat, Phil, or a dog?
I have a cat.
Really?
Some sort of way.
He's so full of shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go after that.
Yeah,
I mean, why'd you go there? I thought you knew what I was saying.
Everybody
this whole time.
over the age of 12 knows
Listen,
where he's going.
Well,
with that.
I knew where you were going.
All right, so
I was
why'd
trying
you
to give you a
blind
way
me
out.
up? No, I
was
wasn't
trying to
trying
give you a way
to-
out.
No.
This is where you
I just
abruptly
went deeper in.
hit
See,
the pressing issues.
why do you give people ways out? You got to let them keep hanging themselves.
I wasn't hanging myself. I just knew what I was saying.
Just keep pushing the block
I was
away.
trying to
hanging
humanize.
something.
I was trying to humanize Phil.
That's more human than anything we've said here today. Okay.
That is life's
poor niche.
number one basic necessity.
Hey, cats get views.
Poor
I'm throwing that up there.
Poor
I
niche.
think that's number 2.
Oh, behind oxygen.
your
Water.
mom's gonna. Hey, your mom's
Oxygen's
gonna
a
watch
good,
this.
strong pick too. My mom knows what's happening. She's got grandkids.
It's shameful.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, he's got brothers.
That's that too.
A lot of them.
Anyway, so how was your week, guys?
I have a cat.
Can I ask you guys something? You guys go to.
His name is Buckeye.
Yeah,
Do you
I
actually?
hate that cat.
You
That
actually do?
tracks.
Yeah,
It's a
that does track.
disgusting fat cat.
No, he's actually lost weight, 4 pounds.
Good,
Oh.
good for him. Let's see,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
possible.
How often do you weigh your cat?
Well, so the cat had some issues.
Oh my gosh.
He was a little bit big.
Diabetic?
He wasn't, but he was, a little bit big. So we
Poor
had to get him.
kitty.
So he's lost 4 pounds. So really, he's lost more weight than Mark has.
Hell of a job.
No, it's bullshit because I've lost 5, you dick.
But since when, though?
So-
I just saw you eat your meal, pregame meal.
Challenge accepted, Buckeye.
You got a gallon of soda,
Listen, he ate
It's
an
Coke
entire
Zero,
bag of
a
chips.
pub sub, and
It's
basically a bag of chips.
So it was also the first thing I ate today. That's why I have trouble taking off weight, dude, because I only eat once a day and it's the worst times. And
Well,
then
you
I have
can
you
eat-
assholes shaming me over
You
it.
can- well,
That's my problem,
shame.
too.
Are you sensitive? I'm sorry.
Man,
Listen,
no, it's
you
okay. I'll chew gum all day.
You
How about we
shamed
do
my
that?
cat. You shamed my cat.
did shame his
His
cat.
name is
loved it.
Buckeye. It shamed itself.
Don't shame Rocky's
I
cat.
love that cat.
One more pound than the cat.
Yeah, I love that cat.
Boom.
I do. I love
You
that.
guys ever been to a water park?
Yeah.
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 I'm excited to see where this goes.
A lot of fun.
Wet cats
So which-
everywhere.
A lot of stress. Volcano Bay.
Stress.
Yeah.
Or how?
I mean,
Well,
it's just a lot going on.
that water park's packed too, right? All the time.
Yeah, we got there early though, so we got our seats set. It was a beautiful day, sunny, hot. In and out, dipping in, dipping out. I don't know about you. I'm a slide guy.
Yeah.
Probably go fast.
Not a big lazy river guy. I like the crazy river.
Oh, rapids. Yeah, Ooh,
yeah,
I
like
fuck with
I'm
the
a rapids.
Yeah.
Lazy river. A lot of I'm walking a lot.
You're bumping into people, rubbing up, awkward little interactions.
Things are touching.
Sounds like
it's stressful though.
High school basketball.
So why is this?
When you're there with your wife, I mean, there's just a lot happening.
So you're saying there's a lot to look at?
I'm not saying there's a lot to look at. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Hey yo,
you're trying to be a respectable man. There's just a lot going on. I'm just saying.
I heard they have a feral cat problem there.
Is that so? True? I don't know about feral.
Yeah. Especially in Florida too. It's like the thunderstorms happen. You got to get out of the pool and wait. That's what happened when we went to Volcano Bay.
Yeah.
We were in between.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So there's a spot if you get there early. There's like a free cabanas you could get to.
Oh, they're free?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
There's a couple of them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you got to get there early.
But you got to guard them too after that.
You got to
you got to keep your stuff there.
Camp out.
Yeah. Because people. They kind of act like they're in the wild. If you
for sure,
if you give them an opening, it's
we've seen a fight.
Yeah, we've seen a fight. That opening is called free.
They'll probably kill them.
Free in front of anything, and it's forget about it.
I bet if we put you on the side of the road and put free on there,
pay for your seating. I mean,
I
agree.
He's got a good point. He said
if we put you on the side of the road and put free on you, I don't think anyone's taking you.
That's bullshit.
It might be the most clear open road possible.
I mean, I'd probably take them.
There's 200.
Some grass.
we took them.
Let's just say there's 233.7K.
Oh my gosh.
People that might pick me up on the side of the road. Just saying.
And then yell at you and say you're wrong.
All right. So anyway, let's get into our pressing issues, guys. I don't know how much or how closely you've been following the NBA playoffs over the weekend, but we had a Kyrie sighting. Oh yeah, I did that.
Pressing issues. What's the issue? If there's issues, we gonna press them.
Yeah,
baby girl.
I mean, that's the asset.
That was
Mark.
I'm sorry, that was bad.
That's the asset, not Mark. We put a lot of work into that.
I was too wrapped up in the Volcano Bay.
Part of that, first off. Okay.
Sorry, guys. So Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, what do you guys think about this?
So I don't know. For those that don't know, Kyrie Irving. I mean, he's stirred up that Celtics fan base a little bit the last couple of years.
He's something else.
And he can play in home games now too, right? Because New York lifted the ban.
Yes, not what we're talking about, but yes. So last year when he was there, he stomped on Lucky when he was in Boston. He called the Boston fans like scorned girlfriend. So he's kind of been giving it to them a little bit.
And he should.
And
they took him for granted.
They took him for granted.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. But let's not get into this right now. So,
I mean, if you got how many fan bases can take you for granted? If you're hated by
the whole team, didn't like him.
You're biased because you're
the team
Cavs
didn't
fan.
The team didn't like him though.
They also lost Isaiah Thomas.
Most people don't like the best players in the game.
Listen, Kyrie had
That's
the greatest.
True. They have Jason Tatum, and they just beat. I mean, what are you talking about?
Kyrie had the greatest shot in Cavaliers history. I give it to him. We don't win that championship without him. He's also a jackass.
Yeah, but let's talk about what he did over the weekend, right?
So
he gave the finger to the fans multiple times.
Multiple times.
And then run into his locker room. He
I can't even talk.
I think a Boston fan said, "Hey, Kyrie, you suck."
Are we monetized?
And he said, "Suck my DB."
Wait a minute.
And that is a lash out.
Pause. He asterisks the I.
No.
So
but he flat out, he's just like, let it fly.
But Dick is short for Richard, so.
Okay. No, I didn't. I actually copied this from a news article.
What's a news article?
That's awesome.
Mark has a lot
of sources.
Mark has a lot of critiques for your artwork, and he doesn't do shit.
Yeah, the asset does nothing.
It's just funny. It's funny.
Okay, he's a critic.
Okay, can we bring that uncomfortable conversation open now?
Whoa.
He doesn't do as much except for criticize and break my board.
You're like the Ratatouille judge.
Yeah.
So here's the issue at hand, guys. Do we think that he was out of line for what he did? I know I kind of get Mark where he's coming from. I do think it's cool when the fans and the player go back and forth.
Yes.
But not knowing what was said, do we think that maybe this was a little too far? Especially, let's keep in mind Kyrie's MO and what he puts out to the media as his personality.
He's evolved. He's,
Well, I mean,
it seems off brand.
Let's just throw this out there, right?
Flat Earth.
We're all capable of throwing this term out there to one another.
We're
right?
also, none of us are getting paid, in excess of $30 million and represent a franchise.
Right. I do get that point.
Like Rocky can't say that because he represents Chick-fil-A, and Chick-fil-A ain't no Brooklyn Nets,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's chickens too, so there's no like D in any of the thing. But my point is
went over my head.
You want to, well, I mean, if they're chickens. Chickens don't have D, and they don't serve beef because, it's Chick-fil-A. Right?
I don't think that's accurate.
I get it less now.
Yeah.
Well, beef is associated with the D, right?
This is too much.
Give him the beef.
I'm cutting this out.
Anyway.
I don't think you can clip that to make it look.
I was trying to put like maybe math formulas over him talking about
Yes, that would be good.
So I love the fact that players should not get along with the opposing fan base or the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because then it puts doubt in your mind that there could potentially be collusion down the line, right? So such as like
that's a reach.
How is that a reach? I mean, there are guys that are on their rookie contracts that are like, let's meet up in 5 years and do super max deals at the same team. Like there's collusion. So
but you're talking about player to player.
That was actual audio.
Yeah,
right,
what player?
Which I'm saying, like you should.
But we're talking about fans to player, not player to player.
No. But do you listen to what I just said? I said there shouldn't be any kind of camaraderie between the player and the opposing fan base or opposing players. So I know,
but I don't like how you're. I don't like how you're.
I know because you're part of Woke Nation and you love to see super teams and you want people to meet up and like high five, like.
No.
Oh, remember how I threw you that?
You're making 1 point.
How I threw that game back in 2015?
I'm gonna let you finish. Mm-hmm. You're making 1 point, which is valid.
I'm making multiple points
between player and player, but you just wrap the fans in there, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
the fans have nothing to do with collusion.
No,
they don't.
No, but
then don't bring collusion into it.
No, so separate it. So
no, you didn't separate it. You rolled it together.
No, I didn't. I said that
you
don't want to see them camaraderie with fans or players.
Why not with fans? Why not with fans?
Why would you want to please the opposing fans?
Why not? I'm not saying please. You're saying
because
camaraderie. I'm talking about respect. Like give them the finger is not camaraderie.
Come on. Oh wait, but it's okay when they're because trust me. I've started a chant or two where I'm pretty derogatory towards opposing players.
Yes, it is okay. Yes.
So fans should be able to return the favor just because
they do.
They're only making more money because you're the ass in the seat that's paying for that.
You're all over the place. Now you're arguing for the fan. What are you talking about?
No, what I'm saying is that it should be okay for the player to then respond to that.
But can I just say something, Zach? Is Kyrie a lunatic or just B, a jackass?
Well, that's a loaded question.
Yeah, I think he's a jackass.
Okay, yeah, because
I do think he's a jackass.
Yeah, because I think there's something because he's Mr. Evolved, Flat Earth, Peace. Everything on the social medias, he's evolved.
He's zen.
Yeah, he's zen. Zen people don't say that. So he's either a lunatic or a jackass.
Listen, when a guy, he's walking to the locker room and a guy says, you suck.
You say, okay.
The appropriate response, even if he's not a basketball player, is not,
thank you, sir.
Suck my D, B.
Yeah, I got $30 million.
That's elevation, guy.
You said that to me 3 times tonight. We were trying to go over the outline, but that's the point.
And I'm not a professional.
So Kyrie doesn't like
He's a professional. He represents.
You're supposed to be a professional too.
I'm not a professional.
This is what you say.
We've had like 240,000
and I represent,
views on a TikTok clip.
Here's the difference. I represent me.
Zach,
Kyrie represents a whole league.
I think Trae Young does a good job at, waving fans goodbye, trying to.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I agree.
I like that.
Trae Young does a good job at it.
Even though I hate him, I like that. But I'm supposed to hate him.
He's very classy when he knocks organizations out of the playoffs too. Trae Young.
Can I bring up another point too? Did anybody watch the Cavs Atlanta game?
Here we go.
I saw highlights.
Did anybody watch the foul?
I watched bits and pieces of it. I was watching it. I was half watching it.
Did you watch the where they pulled Clint Capella pulled down Evan Mobley and then hurt his leg? Mobley and then hurt his leg.
I like how you said Mob though.
I think it's Mobley.
Very Italian of you.
Very Amish Guido.
Play.
Yes, I seen it.
I cheered for his head to hurt.
That's
because it was a gangster move and he did it, and I was like, seems right.
Wait a minute, but I'm the asshole for my view. You're rooting for injury.
I'm not rooting for injury.
No, you were cheering it on. You
just said
if it's a clean game, you don't yank a guy down.
But he didn't yank. I mean, all right, so that's a little bit much, Rocky.
He yanked a guy down.
I know, but it was a hard foul. Yeah,
even the announcers were saying that's flagrant.
Okay. So you root for injury? Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. It's your team.
I'm not rooting for injuries.
Evan
but
Mobley.
if it happens,
No, you are. I mean, let's cite OBJ. You definitely root for injury.
Listen, if a guy is mugging Phil and he turns to run away and he falls on a set of stairs, I'm not crying for that guy. He was mugging Phil.
I'm not crying for Phil either.
Yeah, he's mugging Phil.
I'm like, get up and go get him.
That guy was grabbing.
But if he has a pistol on him, you want him to go get him?
Throwing Evan down.
No, I mean, I don't want to.
What did he rob me with his dick? I mean,
well, knowing you, probably. I wouldn't, it's not robbery. You're surrendering at that point.
Yeah. I feel like most of the show is us just shaking our head at these things.
Yeah. I will say this about Kyrie. I don't have a definitive opinion on Kyrie because he does things like, which are over the top and, you should keep in, you flicking off fans because what if like a 12-year-old is accidentally looking at Kyrie, hit the double bird behind his head. But then he also, gives clean water to third world countries and, promotes like his religion and stays true to himself with the vaccine and things like that, which I think are formidable in its own regard.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He is a wild card. I will say that.
That's probably a fair.
Hey, I'm sure O.J. Simpson did some charity too.
That's fair.
What I'm saying, it doesn't.
That's a fair assessment.
When I say he's a jackass, I think he's a jackass because it's the persona he puts out versus the way when
it comes down to the nitty gritty,
he gaslights.
Yeah.
So you're saying he's hypocritical?
Yeah, you're inciting the fans with things. You go to Boston and you stomp on Lucky when you played there. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think
that's Terrell Owens.
What you're gonna get. You know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, and then to go to the media after and cry about it.
You can't cry about it.
Yeah, you expect
if you're gonna make that.
You expect a fan to say that if you flick a double bird.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, but the fan said you suck. So I'm just saying he took it up another level. That's all I'm saying.
He did.
Well, let's face it. I mean, not all fans are very intelligent. Either.
Like if we're at the basketball court pickup and I say, "Bro, you're trash," and you say, "Suck my," that's like you take. All right, we're gonna fight, right? We're gonna fight.
Are we?
You're taking it to a fight level.
I'm expecting
you're inviting me to
maybe listen to what I'm saying.
No, listen. I'm being serious now. I'm saying somebody says that to you, invites you to that. That's fighting words almost.
Could be.
Yeah. It's not the same as saying you're trash.
Fans aren't the smartest either. I mean, I've worn a Walter Payton jersey in Philadelphia, and they've told me that he's the worst running back in NFL history.
So who was not the smart? You or you for wearing the jersey, or them for being upset with you?
The entire city of Philadelphia.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. Go Bird.
That makes sense. All right, so we'll move on from that because we spent a long time on that. We'll get into the NFL draft. 8 days away?
Yeah, NFL draft. It's always an exciting time.
We tried to stream for the draft last year. It didn't work out well. But
failed.
Are you guys draft guys? I mean, every year I seem to get more and more into it. I don't know.
Well, the Giants suck more and more each year, so you guys have higher picks.
Get more and more picks.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I get to sit back and listen to this. That's where
it
ends?
I can't
it doesn't end there.
It does end because they've won one little Super Bowl, so I don't really have to
more
entertain
recent
that.
than both of you were Super Bowls.
Yeah, that's okay. By 3 years?
It's still more recent.
Well, we did 2 and 4.
The Crow is
2 and 4 years.
The Crow is watching.
The Crow of Judgment.
Yeah, the Crow of Judgment.
I actually am excited more because the Eagles have a lot of high picks, but I won't talk about my own team. I can tell you what teams I'm interested for the draft. There are a few different teams that I think go in different directions depending on how they draft. One, the Texans. You guys actually have lit the Texans, fire. I think they've been a little slept on. I think you were talking about Lovie Smith, and you were talking about him before that as Mark watches the Mets game behind his laptop screen.
Yeah. There's the asset. There's the asset.
The Texans have 11 picks. That's a lot of picks.
Yeah.
Sure is.
They have a young core as it is.
I feel like they got to trade some of them.
They either trade some of them to acquire, established talent. They continue a young core with really no pressure from Lovie Smith year one. I feel they have a bright direction, especially with the AFC South being a fairly weak division. I like the direction they're going in. I have another team, unless we want to circle around.
No, go ahead. I'm still
go.
trying to decide.
I kind of want to say the Bears.
Mark's turn since he's watching the Mets game. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
I kind of want to say the Bears, but I'm not going to say the Bears because it's Mark. But they have 6 picks, and they either become a bottom 4th in their division team with whiffing on those picks, or
they had to really work to get those picks though, because the previous regime really they dealt away the future for key pieces that they thought were going to help. Trubisky, Khalil Mack, and obviously they're both gone. So the new regime was like, how can we, there's nothing we can offer without killing ourselves in the future, that's going to get us back into round one. So
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job of
Hence
assessing
trading
their
Mac.
talent, getting rid of Mac and getting a 2 there. Honestly, it's kind of a brilliant move because Mac is on obviously the tail end of his career. I love Khalil Mack, and he's gonna perform fantastic out in San Diego. But this was a quality move because they could really use 2 second-round picks here. Yep. And I like it. I want to see where they go, but there are some teams that I'm more interested in. Your Eagles, for instance. I want to see what Philly does with these picks because I think they've really masterminded their way around the draft, and they've given themselves a chance to bring in some talent. And the last mock draft that I saw brings Jamison Williams into town to pair up with Devontae Smith. No, it doesn't matter because he's a rookie.
We take hurt wide receivers, though. Like, that's our thing. We love, or cornerbacks like Sidney Jones.
He's the most explosive receiver in the draft. You let him, shit, man. Don't even play him the first year. Sit him, work him out, let him play.
I've lost my trust with wide receivers, especially hurt ones.
And I know, Jalen Reagor, Arcega-Whiteside, all those idiots that you guys drafted. I get it. I'm a Bears fan. Every quarterback we ever
you want to
trade it up for.
Right. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm trying to feel this. Let's feel this.
Oh.
But Philly's a team to watch. I like Kansas City's draft picks, and I want to see where they go coming, trading Tyreek Hill. They're obviously one of their biggest weapons because now Kelsey's going to, demand a lot more attention and coverage.
So
and the fact
how many
that they're coming
picks
off
do they have in the first round?
Kansas City, I think, is it 2, right? They have 2 picks in the first round.
Yeah, they have
29 and 30.
They have Miami's, and they have 29 and 30.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's really less than I thought they were going to get because Miami's pick was much higher.
They were given, it's 49ers through Dolphins, how they got 29th. They got 50 from the Dolphins, and they got 121 from the Dolphins.
The other team that I can't believe it's coming out of my mouth is Green Bay, man. I kind of want to see what Green Bay does with these 2 picks. Not so much
2 picks.
How it's going in the first round. The 2 picks in the first round.
Oh, okay. So I thought you meant they have. It sounds like Green Bay only have 2 picks.
No. Well, let's face it. It's Green Bay. They're probably not going to use them very wisely. But it's not so much how it's going to improve their team. I want to see how committed this Green Bay administration is. It's just saying, F you, Aaron Rodgers. Here's your huge contract extension. We're going to trade away your wide receiver 1. We're not going to draft you a wide receiver again. Oh, good luck with Sammy Watkins. This is fun as a Bears fan to watch.
That would be crazy if they don't draft a wide receiver.
Who do they first of all, their picks are where? And then who do they draft at those picks?
They're 22 and 28. So there are going to be some receivers. There's going to be Treylon Burks there. More than likely, there's going to be Jahan Dotson there. There's going to be some. There's going to be some quality wide receivers there.
So quality, depending on what you believe quality to be, right? Because like you said, Jamison Williams is the best receiver in the draft.
No, I do not. I said he's the most explosive wide receiver in the draft.
Okay, I would
if healthy.
I like Treylon Burks personally.
I like Treylon Burks, but he's not a route runner. He's a big receiver. He is good yards after the catch, but he's not really a proven route runner. And Green Bay normally picks route runners. So this is at 22 and at, what route runners are left? So Garrett Wilson's gone. Chris Olave's gone.
Yeah, you named 2 Ohio State wide receivers. Good on you.
No, there's 3 top receivers, right?
So they're actually saying, and no one's mentioned his name, they're saying the best route runner in this draft isn't even mentioned in the first round, and that's Pickens.
Yes.
They say that Pickens is the hands-down best route runner out of Georgia in this whole entire draft, and he's going to be available all the way through 32. So it'll be kind of cool to see who ends up taking the leap and the surprise. Is he there over Olave? Is he there over Treylon Burks? I don't think he's going to be there over Wilson. I don't think he's going to be there over Williams. But he's going to be there over somebody, and Mel Kiper's going to be like, I can't believe it. My picks aren't coming through.
Here's a guy, he does well. Well, I graded him C+ overall in the draft.
Exactly.
Going to the Packers. Thought they're going to draft a quarterback to scare Jordan Love. Didn't go as I planned, but good pick by the Packers.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's not a bad.
You need to clip that. That's your funniest moment, man.
So
speak
about wide receivers, the team I'm gonna say I'm interested in, a team I hate, the New York Jets. 2 top 10 picks. 4 picks in the top 38. I like Zach Wilson, And he, even though, is it Josh?
Looks
or
like a
Zach?
Josh.
I always get it mixed
Zach.
up because my
Zach.
brother Josh and Zach. That's what happens in my brain. I'm stupid. So I like him, and I like where they were going at the end of the year last year. They got a lot of young pieces. I think it's just going to be interesting to see what Joe Douglas does.
He's a good exec too.
He seems to be, right?
Well, when four picks in the top 38.
Do they trade draft night for DK Metcalf?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, one of these guys that's holding out for a contract?
Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin's probably a little bit more affordable than the other two.
I don't think they're going to let Terry McLaurin go, though.
Well, McLaurin's holding, though.
Yeah, he is, but he's showing up, though.
And he's a good guy, too. He's a good locker room guy. He's a captain.
These other guys are not showing up.
I think Terry, I think DK. I am still a little bit suspect about Brown. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Why?
Yeah.
Really?
I just think that
when
Terry,
healthy, he's dominant.
Is that the thing?
Okay, that's a big if. And I still think that Terry and DK both run better routes.
I like Terry McLaurin of the three, I think, because of consistency. Another wide receiver in the Eagles, didn't take over Arcega Whiteside.
Well, anyway, with the Jets, I think they got to go get another weapon for their quarterback. They do need some more help on the offensive line. They need a playmaker on defense. But you do have Seattle there that they want to offload Metcalf. The Jets have Seattle's pick that they got from their Jamal Adams trade at 10. And I think that as much as I don't like them, I think they're on the cusp of maybe becoming a competitive team.
Yeah.
And with all those picks in the top 38, they need to get, even if they trade one of them away and they get a playmaker, they got to get a playmaker. They got to get some line help. I just want to see what happens. Even though I hate them, I always kind of want to see them be competitive because I think it's more fun when they're good and the Giants are good, which they both suck right now. But it's just fun when they're both good and there's that rivalry. So.
Where did the Jets play?
They play in the Giants. Well, it used to be Giants Stadium.
Yeah. So let's stay in the Giants. Because the team that I am intrigued by is the Giants. I think the Giants have the makings of a great offense. And they have some moves that they can make that could be very interesting. I like their 2 picks in the first round. I think that they quite possibly could end up with the best offensive lineman and quite possibly one of the best D linemen. Mm-hmm. And they could shore up both positions along with the players that they picked up in free agency. Mm-hmm. I think they can get good really quick because I think that was the issue I had last year is their offensive line just didn't really ever work together really well.
But they lost 2 of their starters in camp, so that hurt.
It hurt, but I think they're coming back. They're going to get better.
And the guy retired.
Yeah, and I think they're still going to get. But to me, I am interested to see what they look like with 2 additional pieces, and I would not be surprised. Low key, this is a very deep running back draft.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't think they're drafting a running.
If I'm the Giants, though, I'm looking at maybe. Do you trade Saquon?
I wouldn't be mad if they traded. I don't know if they're going to because I don't think his value is that high enough right now.
Yeah. It's fair that you might want to play him, get some value, and then trade him. But I just think that the Giants are another team that is closer than people think.
I think the NFL is like that across the board, though. A lot of teams are closer than you think. But I wouldn't be surprised if they don't take offensive linemen early. I wouldn't be surprised if they trade back. The thing is, the guard position is pretty deep this year, and there's going to be guys in the late first round, early, mid-second round that you could get that could plug them, that play right now. And I think their strategy of signing, I think they signed like 5 offensive linemen so far in the offseason. I think they're content with taking their young guys that they have now, plugging these veterans in, drafting some later round guys. I think they're going to go heavy on defense, and they need to get a tight end.
Yeah, but I don't think that there's a tight end that makes sense prior to round 3.
No, not at all.
Yeah, to me, who like the tight end you like the best? You take him in the second round?
No, I probably not. Yeah. And the Giants haven't done that historically either.
Yeah, I think third round. And I think that there's 3 tight ends that are all pretty good, that are all heavy blocking tight ends, but who have the ability to catch too.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
Maybe. I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. This is a measured guess. I think they go edge with their first pick. I think they trade back with their second. I think Thibodeau or the kid from Georgia. I forget his name.
Yeah, it'll come to me in a moment. But
that's what I expect. But
anybody you guys feel like is being overlooked at a skill position that you think's going to come out and do better than people think? Quarterback, wide receiver, running back?
The one that jumps off the screen to me is Matt Corral. I think Matt Corral is, and again, I don't know how to extensively grade like these.
Does he have a mullet?
No.
Okay.
He like these NFL scouts do, but he's one guy that prior to that injury in the bowl game, he was talked about as being the first quarterback off the board. And I like his awareness. I like his toughness. I think he's very accurate. I think he's very mobile. I think that if, provided he's put in the right situation, and coached up, I think Corral could be really, really good.
Okay.
The two, everyone's talking about, Malik Willis, and I've seen some tape on him where people are kind of suspect of the hitch in his throw, and at the next level, that's kind of a big thing. If there's one thing you have to have as a quarterback in the NFL, it's your timing down. You have to have a very quick release, and you have to be very good with your cadence on your drop back.
Yeah.
And if you have any kind of hitch, it's going to hinder. It's going to hinder your success.
It could be troublesome. We've seen it before, but I think Malik Willis. I think he's still gonna go high. I think the ceiling is going to be undeniable.
Well, who does he remind you? I mean, he reminds me distinctly of Lamar. I mean, he's got
He kind of reminds me of Jalen Hurts a little bit. To be
stockier. He's a stockier Lamar, and so I can see the comparison.
You have anybody?
Yeah, the guy I think is kind of being a little bit undervalued is Sky Moore. And he's being undervalued because he played at a small school and because he's a 5'10", 5'11" receiver. But if you look at, he played against two big schools. He played against Michigan and Pitt. And in both of those games, he couldn't be stopped. Mm-hmm. He's an amazing route runner. He has enough speed. And even though he's not tall, he's got great length here.
I read that too. Yeah.
I think he's going to be a really good steal. I think somebody's going to pick. I'm hoping he falls to the Browns in round 2.
And Mechie's another one. Those Alabama wide receivers, man, every year it's tough for them because they're coming out with two other dudes that could also be interchanged in these early rounds. And Mechie's being undervalued because Jamison Williams, and then they're also projecting, I think what hurts Mechie's value is the fact that Jamison Williams was ranked so high. His injury lags him back a little bit, but nobody's willing to then interject Mechie above Williams and all the guys that are right there in that middle of the first round tier. He's another one I think is super undervalued. Someone's going to get a great wide receiver there.
Mechie, people are remembering Mechie from his first 2 seasons when he was a little bit undersized. Last year, before the injury, he had put on 15 pounds. He was starting to actually play that role where he was getting the ball behind the line and powering through tackles. I think he's going to be pretty solid in the NFL.
Mechie to Williams is Jalen Waddle to Devonta Smith. Yeah. Same thing.
You want to go move on, don't you?
Yeah, well,
So what's our next topic?
Well, from one league to another.
USFL.
USFL. Zach, we just shut him out of the conversation there for a while. Hey, guy, when you hear me go like, hey, shut up.
Yeah. I don't want to interrupt.
No, that's why we have to. I know. Get in there, we have to say more.
You guys, I get it. You guys are super into the draft, and
I am. Yeah,
I get it. But when I start falling asleep, we got to move on. Yeah. Right? USFL. Do you know anything? Do you remember the USFL? You don't remember, but what do you know about it?
Well, are we talking about most recent events?
I'm saying the first incarnation,
the original.
Yeah, Rocky wants to talk about
XFL?
back when the Browns were
the USFL was the original.
relevant.
Then I guess not.
Okay. There actually,
I remember the XFL.
Here, homework. If you go on ESPN, the app, or their 30 for 30s, there's a whole 30 for 30 on USFL.
Oh, fair.
And Donald Trump was mixed in a little bit with
he was a part owner of the New York Generals, right?
In fact, he brought down the entire league.
Yeah, he did because he was trying to become an owner in the NFL.
Yeah.
They didn't want to let him.
Well, the Bills, right? We were talking about that before.
Yeah. Well, let's defer to the one person on the panel who was probably in their mid 30s when the USFL was at their height.
When was the first incarnation of the USFL?
Was that the early 80s, right?
Yeah, so I was actually in high school.
79 or 80, something like that.
So, well, these are the new teams we've got here.
And they kicked off this week, and they had a pretty decent number too. I think they had 3 million viewers. They beat out some NBA playoff games. So
and everybody here has got a team they can root for, except for me. We've got the New Jersey Generals for you two gentlemen.
Yeah, that's right.
Boom.
He's from New Jersey as well.
Yeah, but he's
an Eagles.
Yeah, he's an Eagles.
Isn't
there an Eagles?
Southern New Jersey is Eagles fan.
I don't think Eagles make that.
Yeah, so he
Philadelphia Stars.
He said
I'll take the Philly Stars.
That's a question. Yeah. So would you root for a New Jersey team, or I mean, you root for the Eagles because there's no actual New Jersey team.
That's correct.
So would you go Stars or New Jersey?
He's going to stay Philly. I think.
I'll take Stars because you guys just for like.
Why we can't all get along?
So what is my team?
Let's give you one.
Tampa Bay Bandits.
I'm going to take Tampa Bay. You know why?
Why?
Because the old ball coach was the one of the original quarterbacks there.
I think Jared King definitely turned you here. I think he turned you into a Tampa Bay fan.
Yeah, Jared King can turn into something.
He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, he is. He is. So the old ball, Steve Spurrier, was the original quarterback for the Tampa Bay Bandits.
All right, real quick,
the Chiefs are in the USL?
What's the best name here, huh?
Ooh, good. This is a good question. It's not the Michigan Panthers.
I'm going Gamblers, man.
Houston
like
Gamblers.
Houston Gamblers.
Just because
just
of the
has a
logo.
nice.
Does Calvin Ridley automatically go there and play this year?
No, not a bad call.
Could he
might.
play this year there?
Oh.
I can't play in the NFL.
He probably couldn't.
Could you imagine?
How smart would it be for them to get this guy in
that'd
there?
be fantastic.
That's where Kaepernick should go too.
That's
Honestly.
Ooh, yeah.
But
He'll
who
have a
should
contract
Kaepernick
midway
play
through the
for?
year. Ooh.
Kaepernick should play for the. Oh, geez, probably the Bandits.
I'm just going to throw this out there. Quarterbacking
It's
the
gotta be
Pittsburgh
motivated.
Maulers.
Probably
Maybe.
no, he's probably a Bandit.
I feel like that. I don't know if he's
Pittsburgh
a bandit.
Maulers, quarterbacked by Deshaun Watson. Just going to throw that out there.
Jesus.
Oh man, that's not good.
The New Orleans Breakers. How do we feel about that
He'd
name?
probably be a Panther.
That's a little strange.
Yeah.
You're talking about the dam breaking? I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Look, there's water.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Right? The New Orleans Katrinas, for crying out loud, USFL.
Who
What
is
are
the
you doing here?
Stallions? That's the
Stallions. I can't even make it out with Rocky's bad JPEG.
Wait,
What
you
does that
can't-
say?
You can't make that out.
What is over Stallions? Nobody can.
What?
Over the Stallions. What?
That's
Land
the
did they-
Birmingham Stallions.
Birmingham? So
Birmingham.
they're from Alabama.
Yeah, Birmingham Stallions.
Really? Birmingham
you
got
check-
their own team?
The New
So-
Jersey Generals logo. What is they're winning the best car in
Michelin-
show for
Michelin
2022.
Michelin star.
That's weakest.
JD Power and Associates.
Exactly.
So
That's
the-
weakest logo, but best font, I think. The Generals.
So the best teams in the original were actually the Michigan Panthers won.
Oh, it's
I
a
think,
5-star
championship,
for a general.
and I think the Stallions won a championship.
I think Philadelphia Stars is the weakest, one of the
I
weakest
mean,
names.
it's basically the Dallas Stars.
For sure.
Yeah,
It looks
that's why I
like
don't
they.
like it.
It looks like they gave like a second grader a marker and said, "Make a team name."
And the
What is-
Michigan
yeah.
Panthers, they punted right there. It means it's just the
Yeah.
Panthers.
Yeah.
but there's no Ohio team, so I can't.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
Guys, time's running out. 5, 4, 3, 2. Michigan, what are you? The Panthers.
okay, so
There are a few funny, or not
Best
funny,
logo.
but
I
big
do
names.
like the Maulers because
No, the
Well, they're
Bandits.
not the Maulers. I like the logo
Bandits, the Bandits.
Yeah.
because it goes along with Pittsburgh, the Steel
I think
Mill.
the G for Houston Gamblers
The
is
Gamblers
clever.
is the best all around. I think
Yeah. I would
Houston
go with
Gamblers
that.
goes nice. And
Where
then
the hell are the Stallions from?
Birmingham.
We
We've
just
been through
talked
this.
about this.
Yeah,
Wait.
The Mets were in the ninth
Read that.
inning. He wasn't
Wait,
paying attention.
I just want to make one. Look at the Bandits. It's got a little cowboy hat with a little mask on. I mean, it's a good logo.
The
yeah,
Bandits.
it's not bad.
No, it's
the
a good
gray,
logo. It's a
the
good
gray
logo.
helmet over here.
So I'd say power ranking the logos. Personally, I go Gamblers, Bandits, Maulers.
Breakers, I think.
The Breakers is
No.
what is that?
It's original.
They look like they
It's
work
rich.
with dolphins.
It's original.
I go Stallions, then I go Generals,
Oh God.
Panthers, Breakers, then Stars.
let's rate the unis.
That checks out.
Oh wait,
Because
no.
to me, the Generals look like they belong in the Arena Football League.
I think they all do though.
The Breakers looks like it might have been the Chargers, and they're like, "You forgot the yellow. Why didn't you put the yellow?"
They're
in
not
the
bad
goddamn-"
jerseys.
Here's
I
the
don't
thing,
like- I
though.
don't-
I
I
am.
don't know.
I like the
am.
Gamblers.
The
man.
Generals, which ones are the Generals? The red? It's the red. Isn't
No,
it?
no. The
No,
Generals.
the
Yeah.
red one is the Generals.
Yeah, they're
guy.
not in the right.
Look
order.
at the logo on the helmet.
Yeah, it's
Well, you
not,
can't see the purple
You
one.
I could see it.
It's not.
The
in
General's
right.
helmet has 5 stars.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah, it
not,
does.
It's
I
not in the
saw it
right
in
order.
different-
I can't figure out why.
Oh, that's stupid.
It's
then.
a dumb picture.
That's the Maulers down there, the purple one you're
Oh
talking
shit!
about.
Then the Panthers have an awesome uniform.
Yes.
The uniform
Panthers.
is awesome, but just them being
Well, if you look at the
Carolina
Panthers
Panthers kind of sucks.
If you look at the Panthers, it's kind of like Detroit's colors too. You know?
Except for the brown, right?
That's
Yeah.
why I don't like the
Gold or
Stars
whatever that
logo.
is.
But I am low.
The ugliest one is the stars.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
is.
very
For
not.
sure.
It doesn't feel Philly to
It's
me.
ketchup and mustard. It's like the Redskins jersey. I mean,
Yeah.
the whatever their
Whatever
name
they're
is.
called.
their jersey, but worse because it's ugly.
Well, let's face it. I mean, Philadelphia's not really good at naming their teams. Aside from the Eagles, they have the Phillies, the Wings, the Flyers, the Star. Like, these are awful team names.
The Sixers
man.
is a great name.
76 is not bad.
I mean, I'm not going to
76ers
talk
aren't bad.
the Browns, the Guardians, the Cavs.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk.
Well, that's only because your town's a sellout. That's why.
Bears.
Well, we had some more. More news from the USFL this week. Let's get into our next section, right, Rob? I mean, you're gonna. I forgot we're doing the players. Let's not do that.
Ass of the week.
That guy's an asshole.
It's Mark with his sister again. Mark, do you have a
I
sister?
feel bad for
real?
his sister if he does have one.
I don't have a sister.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's a good
Cousin,
thing. She
cousin.
probably hate us.
So the Pittsburgh
cousin once
Maulers
removed.
coach, do we know his name?
Yeah, we do. His name is Kirby Wilson.
Kirby Wilson, and this is our
Yeah.
supposed ass of the week.
Well, we're unsure. So this is Kirby Wilson here, pictured here.
Good looking guy.
Yeah, and as far as we understand, he cut a player.
Strong jaw.
Yeah, he did. He does. He cut
Okay.
a player
Don't know where to go with that.
because he ordered pizza. Is that the story we heard?
I don't know if he ordered, but
Well, I mean, it's Pittsburgh. There's no good pizza in Pittsburgh, so.
is that true? You've been to Pittsburgh. You've scoped it out.
I've never
I
been
bet.
to Pittsburgh.
I mean,
I'm
if
just
he's-
assuming.
If he's been there, he's definitely eaten a pizza.
I have
I've heard the story.
I've got
Do you
the
want to give
facts.
the story? Go for it. He's got the facts.
I just got what you were referring to. Former running back that we're talking about that got cut
Former.
was told that he violated protocols after asking to have pizza for lunch instead of the chicken salad that was served
Yeah.
because he doesn't eat chicken salad.
It's a good
apparently.
call on the chicken. I hate mayonnaise.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, I mean, chicken salad, that's what you're going to serve.
Yeah. So
it is
with
the USFL, Rocky.
Yeah, that's fair. They
Chicken
gotta
salad's delicious.
find spots
first
to
off.
There you go.
Yeah,
you
that
go.
makes sense.
He likes the whole jar of mayonnaise.
Yeah,
chicken on the side.
Yeah, it's got to be mayo. There's got to be some mayo in there for sure.
It's gonna be a lot.
The video shows Kirby Wilson basically saying they have a strict, respect policy.
Yeah.
And he violated a few protocols apparently, but the one that they were referring to in the video, and that I guess it led to him ultimately being cut before the conversation that he had with the coach, was about the pizza and him asking, and then I don't know who asked him, is this going to be a problem that he doesn't want chicken salad, and he said yes, and that ruffled some feathers, and
Yeah. And
It seems a little ridiculous to fire a guy for his culinary choices.
well, and the thing is, too, he was actually, they were excited about him. He was named one of the top 15 players in the league.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm going pizza over chicken salad.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith was his name.
I'll
I
accept
believe, right?
this. I'll accept this in
Devon.
Devon Smith.
one way. I'll accept this is if the pizza that he ordered pineapple.
Well, he
If
didn't
he ordered
order
pineapple,
He didn't order.
then yes, by all means. Well, they may have asked him like, "Well, what do you want on the
Well, no,
pizza? You gonna get some pepperoni? You gonna get some?
They're
what-
from Birmingham, Alabama.
Y'all gonna get some pepperoni or what you want on there?"
Pittsburgh.
No, sorry, they were in Birmingham, Alabama.
They were.
God damn it, man, how many-
It was no, I said it right. They were
Oh,
in Birmingham, Alabama.
They were in Birmingham, but where's he from? What team?
Who?
They were getting served
Yeah,
from
but
a
you don't know the people
Birmingham
there.
hotel.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. There's no good pizza down south, so we'll just stick to that. And
Is the
if you
chicken
want
salad
if you
any
want a
better?
pineapple on pizza, then yeah, cut him. He's
Is
an
it the
asshole.
USFL or maybe the coach or the Pittsburgh Maulers just trying to be too good
Hey,
than
Shaq.
what they're supposed to be?
Hey, Scoop.
Like Scoob, let's bust out of here.
So I think there's more to the story, though, right, Rock?
I know. I don't know if there's any more to
I
the
thought
story.
you had more. What are
Rocky's
you
voice
talking
has,
about?
Rocky's voice has done the same thing, the same
no.
episode. We don't
No.
say nothing about it,
And
but
Bill.
this
mine
dude's
does it
making
all the
fun.
time.
I'm young.
Rewind the tape.
I'm young. Look at
Mine?
me.
So I can't make fun of him.
No, I'm just saying rewind the
Okay,
tape.
Supposedly,
Ages.
By all means, I think you should.
Well, I did.
It's a pecking order now.
supposedly Smith had broken.
I'm going for jugulars.
He had broken 3
'Cause you're older
rules
than him.
that day within 24 hours,
Mm.
and the big one was respect for a cafeteria worker. That's what they said. So
Jesus.
lunch lady, you got to take care of them.
Yeah.
Wait, the lunch lady was pissed at him because he wanted pizza instead of chicken salad?
Oh.
Why? Because she didn't want to go in the freezer and get out a pizza?
Well, we don't
Fire
even know.
her.
We don't even know if they had pizza.
Is she scoring touchdowns in the USFL? I don't think so. Get the
Listen.
hell out of here, lady. Go get him a pizza.
This speaks a lot to the entitlement mentality.
Yeah.
Well,
it
he
really
wanted me
does.
to steal Coke out of these guys' fridge.
I know. He did.
Mark
Hey, go
Donna.
check if there's Coke in there.
That was for you.
You go check.
So you were telling me to go check for Coke that I didn't ask for to take out of there. I didn't ask for Coke.
I know that, but I was trying to offer it to you.
But it wasn't you.
That was playing in the background of the cafeteria.
He was so concerned. I came back and you check for Coke. Oh, Jesus. All right, so
we get on to some better,
yes,
better topics.
Let's do that.
You just blew my mind.
Stay classy.
It's so stupid.
I love the drop. It's just not for the segment.
Yeah, we definitely got to rekindle the old one.
I don't have the heart to remake it, so Mark can just erase it again.
Yeah.
I spent a
We
lot
should
of...
keep the original You Just Blew My Mind and save that in our back pocket for when we need it, because that's a great drop.
In my defense, can you show our viewers what your station looks like over there and how we are supposed to find
You might
what
disconnect
drop?
something.
Yeah, exactly.
How can I... First of all,
That's fair, but how do you delete it? How do you delete it?
Mark
Because
Donna.
you were messing around with the stupid buttons when I was like, I can't figure out how to get to page 3.
Change the page.
Mark Donna, that's why you're the face and not the IT
Mark,
guy.
I know you're saying it's hard, but I'm handling it okay.
That's fair.
I'm just saying.
And he spelled my name
your
wrong.
baby. I mean,
Just
you do
saying.
disconnect it and take it home every week. So, I mean, there's that.
Okay,
All right.
so I'll let you sleep with it tonight, Mark. All right, so
You gotta
do that.
It's got to get checked afterwards.
It's gonna be greasy.
It's gonna be greasy.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm going to tell you exactly how many watts that thing has by the end of this
All right,
weekend.
listen. So who's our class of the week, Rock?
Chicken
Near
salad
and dear
all
to
over
your
the
heart
buttons.
here.
We're going to go the Ohio State University. Even more importantly, C.J. Stroud, who is a quarterback for the Ohio State University, who decided to honor Haskins Jr., Dwayne Haskins Jr., by wearing his number and his jersey for the spring game last Saturday. Also, kind of like knelt, did a little a prayer for Dwayne and his family and his wife. So
That is
touching,
cool.
yeah.
And I think they said they're going to do something during the season too, right?
Well, and even more, they have replaced on the 7-yard line, which was Dwayne's number. They put his initials.
Oh, that's really
for the
cool.
rest.
That is
awesome.
pretty cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, and I mean, another class move by the Ohio State.
Well, it's
But,
not.
I mean,
Don't make us opinionated about such a good thing.
Yeah, come on, man.
Just saying.
Yeah, shout out C.J. Stroud and
I heard
Dwayne
that
Haskins.
I heard that the Michigan Wolverines were actually replacing their whole entire emblem with DH.
Yeah. Did you? I don't think that's true.
Lots of misses this episode.
Reset.
You're stupid. All right, so on that note, let's get to some basketball.
Off my leg. Hey, get him off.
Did you really just pump that volume up to get the nuts?
I mean, you know, I wanted to full volume there.
So the first round has happened. Some of us put our picks up, right?
I'm sorry for putting the entire thing.
Yeah. Hey,
I misread the assignment,
That's
and
fine.
I spent like an hour doing those little stickers and timing.
You know what though? It looked great.
oh yeah, it did
Thanks.
look good,
Yeah,
especially
looked
the
great.
cat.
Looked
Yeah.
great. Yeah. So we won't talk about the TikTok and how to log into it until afterwards. But
How are you feeling about your picks? I'm feeling actually pretty
I'm
good. Besides the
feeling good.
Grizzlies series, I mean,
I'm
So-
feeling good. Well, did you not pick the Grizzlies?
I picked the Grizzlies, but Timberwolves won game 1
Yeah, but
in Memphis.
that actually is the most interesting series I think that we have up here that we've all picked. I think
Yeah.
at least for the Grizzlies to win, but the other ones are looking great. I mean, I have Sixers. I actually have Nets.
Mm-hmm.
As do I.
I did too.
But I like Jason Tatum. I like the Celtics. I just think it's Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Bring out the brooms for the Nuggets.
Yeah, so let's talk about that Grizzly Wolves one since you brought it up. I mean, since I brought it up.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Super interesting. I thought, the Grizzlies, they've been such a good team all year, even without Morant. I thought there was no way that they would lose game 1 at home, right? But Anthony Edwards showed up. I mean, he really took over that game in the fourth quarter. And you know what? It's a fun series. There's a lot of
The Wolves are fun to
young
watch.
players. I mean, it's probably one of the best watches of the weekend so far.
Yeah, Cat is great. Like, I think he's almost due some, I wouldn't say roses, but,
He's a little
playoff
underrated at this
series,
point. Yeah.
Playoff series is due for him. Yeah, I like D'Angelo Russell. He's been around the league, and wherever he goes, he seems to kind of emulate his success as well. Anthony Edwards is a bucket. That man, I mean, you already mentioned it, is scoring career highs already in the playoffs in his first game. It's insane how it's entertaining to see the Grizzlies and Wolves. Say that like 2-4 years ago is like that's
fair. That. I think I took the Grizzlies in 6, but I can see this going 7 now that they've stolen home court.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch any of that game or at least seen the highlights or no?
I saw the highlights and but I didn't get a chance to watch much of that game. But I do agree with you on like D'Angelo Russell. To me, he's always kind of like
good.
He's always been good.
He's been successful. He's kind of like Chris Paul a little bit. I feel he's going to these bad teams and upping their culture.
Where's D'Angelo Russell from?
Oh well, he's from.
He played at Montverde.
Yeah, Montverde Academy and the Ohio State University. But that's not why. I actually feel like he's just kind of been given a bad.
Oh, he had a bad little run there with the Lakers, and it kind of painted his career a little bit. But
but he went to the Nets. He did. That was like prime Nets. Like those are the Nets I liked rooting for a little bit because you had Jared Allen, you had everybody that was actually drafted
I love
there.
Jared Allen.
Well,
he's a tough player.
He had a chance to be a focal point there too with the Nets. So I think it really kind of showcased what he was capable of doing.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, you mentioned the Nets, and we got that. We talked about Kyrie earlier, and that series I think that series probably is going to be the most entertaining besides the Grizzlies-Wolves one. I mean, there's bad blood there.
Oh, yeah.
There's
everything's nasty.
A Nets team that underperformed during the season for whatever reason. Guys in and out of the lineup, COVID stuff.
Yeah.
But I picked the Celtics in 6. You guys picked the Nets.
I picked the Nets because, and nobody knew for sure whether they were going to lift the COVID ban, but I kind of felt like that's kind of where the country was going. And I just felt like that was really what hurt them, is having Irving in and out, in and out, in and out. And to have a cohesive unit going into the playoffs, they're a tough team.
I'll counterpoint that with they haven't played with each other all year consistently.
Yeah. Conditioning
is probably not there.
You hope it is for a pro, but you're right. It could not be.
Celtics defensively, the second half of the season, probably the best defensive team in the league. The Nets
they lost their second and third best.
Now led by the defensive player of the year, Marcus Smart.
Yeah, I forget the kid's name.
Which ironically got put 40 points up.
But he may be back game 6 or 7, they said, for the Celtics.
Because
but
the game changes, though. In
the end of that game, though, can I say something? The end of that game, they gave up 2 layups at the basket.
Yeah.
And that just points back to their biggest issue, I think, is defensively.
Being small on the inside.
They can't match up on the perimeter with Tatum or Jaylen Brown. They don't have a wing that could. They need Simmons to play.
Yeah.
And he might now.
Even if he
for 4 for 4. Oh boy!
Even if he does, though, how much he's going to give them? 12 to 15 minutes.
And it's all going to be nervous minutes.
It depends. It depends on how
they need his body. They need his body.
He doesn't got to even do much. It's just like the Cavs needed Allen in the game just to be there, even if he's at 70%. That's the Nets need.
But Ben Simmons, Ben Simmons isn't really going to spread the floor though, because Ben Simmons' game is really he's kind of driving and dishing.
They need him defensively,
getting
to
need
the hole.
Him to be in the middle of the.
But defensively, I think they definitely do.
He's going to choke. He's going to choke.
He might choke, but they need somebody. Realistically, basketball stuff. They need somebody to put on the perimeter that can guard. And they don't have anybody big enough right now.
If you need a group of people to be able to gel in a short amount of time, it's definitely professionals that have been there for a little bit, right? So you need your veterans. So like KD is going to know how to gel, Kyrie is going to know how to gel, and I would hope that Simmons would also know how to gel.
As much as I hate to admit it, I think that Ben Simmons, if they told him, hey, we don't even need you to score,
he'd be happy about
play defense. Yeah, it actually might work out for him.
It might actually take some pressure off him.
But here's my point. This is why I picked the Celtics. I still think if he comes back, he's playing 12 to 15 minutes, and that's defensively, 8-9 possessions?
It depends
on
how
much is he going to impact the game.
It depends on how
he
his
hasn't played in
conditioning
18,
was.
He hasn't played in 18 months.
But, it was a back issue, so his conditioning is probably not there, because I'm sure he had a lot of, back stiffens up 45 minutes into his workout, and he's really not running the court like he should be. I mean, everybody knows, man. It takes 3 practices worth of running fucking suicides for 45 minutes before you're in game shape, for crying out loud.
I mean, it's fair. But I tend to agree as far as they need his presence there. And it could be the fact of maybe he's in better shape than we think, or maybe it comes back quicker than we think.
It's a big if.
And it is, but what else? What else do they have?
They don't, and that's why I think they're losing in 6. And the other thing was the offensive rebounds. I mean,
they were losing.
They were basically even everywhere, and the Celtics I think, had double-digit points off offensive rebounds. With Al Horford, a guy who, I forget the kid's name from Brooklyn, but there was a guy from Brooklyn that was talking crap about being able to get into the paint.
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown.
Yeah, Bruce
because Al Horford was there. Yeah.
And Daniel
And they got dominated in the paint. I just don't. Listen, they could have won that game easily. That's fair because Kyrie was going nuts. But if you follow the Nets, anybody that's followed the league the last couple months, they do not seem to have great games at the same time. And the Nets, in general, besides KD, who had a bad game by his standards, they shot over 50% from the field. That's not going to happen every game. Kyrie's not going to go nuts, and maybe Durant does, but they haven't really had great games at the same time together. I just think Celtics are a better team defensively. And
Kyrie
as
is
a
liability defensively because he doesn't really give a damn. I mean, when he actually cares, he can defend players, but he gets lazy pretty often too. I saw it a lot in Cleveland too, where when he actually tried, he's pretty solid, but he just doesn't always give it 100%.
Well, let's talk about a guy that doesn't always give it 100%, James Harden. And that's been the rap on him defensively. But I tell you what, from the way he ended the season and the way they've performed in these first two games, and I picked him to sweep, by the way.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm impressed with them right now. And there's a little bit of questionable stuff with Embiid. It's a torn meniscus, right? They're saying,
and it's day to day. But like you're saying,
he took off in the playoffs last year with an injury too, though.
Yeah, but a torn meniscus is not.
You can play with.
Play with it. It's not end of the world. It's just a swelling thing after the game and some discomfort.
I forget what it was last year.
I'm trusting the process here. The Sixers are looking.
How
good,
do you feel about it? You've watched the first two games?
I'm extremely confident. I think as a Sixers fan, and typically as a Philly fan, you get superstitious about things. At least I do.
Yeah, I get it.
But with the Harden trade, confidence was at an all-time high. It dipped a little bit at the end of the season, but going up against, winning this last game was huge, I think, for us. And the fact that I see the Raptors kind of imploding a little bit as far as, as a unit goes, as their mentality goes, it's going to wear them down, I think. And honestly, I think the series, finishes sooner rather than later.
And the young boy went off a little bit.
What's Scotty Barnes? No, Tyrese Maxey is
Maxey, man.
Sent from God himself. He is the next. Oh man, the fact that we got rid of Ben Simmons and Maxey is doing a billion times better in kind of that third role is God. Honestly, better than James Harden. I would say Maxey is the two right now, at least in a lot of Philly fans' minds. I thought the Raptors are going to make it very close. I almost was nervous at one point, but it's looking like it's going to be over soon.
See, I'm actually a Sixers fan. I'm rooting for the Sixers, but anytime I hear a Philly fan argument, it makes me want to go the other goddamn way, man. I mean, you're playing the Raptors, though, right? Who's their go-to? Fred VanVleet for crying out loud?
But we are talking about the first round mark.
Siakam's averaging like 35 against the Sixers. In fact, I'm pretty sure they almost swept the Sixers in the regular season. So there was, a lot of speculation that the Raptors might actually upset the Sixers in 7.
But that was just silly because the game changes dramatically in the playoffs.
And had they played Philly after the trade?
Right.
I believe so, yeah. I don't know how many times. Yeah.
I think they had played one game.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go to the saddest series so far in the first round. It's just because Jokic's just a good player and not having
could win the MVP,
the full complement. But on the brighter side, Jordan Poole, we're seeing a star being born. I think.
Yeah, I think he got snubbed for most improved player. He's not even in the top 3 for voting.
Man, he put on a show game 1.
He was in the G League last year.
Yeah.
I didn't get to stay up to watch a game like that. I was just too tired.
I would love
those West Coast games.
Yeah, they're crazy.
I would love to see Jokic come to Dallas and play with Luka. Pair Jokic with Luka and
it wouldn't work.
Oh my shit!
Wouldn't work.
What is Jokic?
It wouldn't work.
Like, where is he at in his contract?
Who, Jokic?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Didn't he just re-signed a max deal? Didn't he? Within the last year or two?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, because it's sad to me because I watched their first game and the Nuggets don't have enough.
They have a good roster. It's just they're missing guys right now.
Yeah. Well, they have a good roster, but even fully healthy,
no, I think they compete.
See, I don't think fully healthy they're the best of the best. Like, to me, I don't again. Can they go deep in the playoffs? Maybe. I don't think I could say that I believe they're a championship team.
I think if they have Jamal Murray, they can push for the conference final.
If I'm reading this right,
Jokic is good enough with a second option I mean, you seen what they did in the bubble when he was healthy. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he's an unrestricted free agent in 2023.
And by the way, Jokic and Luka doesn't work.
Oh, for
They
sure.
both need the ball. Jokic is a facilitator,
He's got
and
point
Luka
guard
needs
center.
the ball in his hand.
It works.
He's not effective. It doesn't work.
It works.
It doesn't. How do they work together?
Embiid and Harden both need the ball in their hands too.
That's a fair.
That's not true. Harden
It is
no,
most
it's
certainly
not
true.
Harden's almost averaged double-digit assists for his career.
And in Brooklyn, he did well with it too.
So does Luka.
No,
Oh,
he doesn't.
Luka averages 9 assists a game.
This year.
No,
For his career?
Yeah.
Well, bring it up. I want to see that because I think you're bullshitting.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not
no, it's
bullshitting.
bullshit.
Mark had to get a piece in there. I'm not going to lie, though. We are not talking about the Mavs series, but Mavs looking good without Luka. They stole game 2, which is huge for
Luka
that
life.
series.
I don't think it's that big.
Jalen
That's
Brunson, you
huge,
don't
man.
think
Without
so?
Luka in the lineup to
I just
steal that
I
game.
don't, I don't
Luka
think
comes
they're
back.
good enough. Yeah, I just don't think they're
Luka's
good
coming
enough.
back. Probably
Luka
game
life,
4.
brother.
All right.
Mavs,
We'll
Mavs,
see.
Grizz.
You picked the Mavs in what? 6? What did I pick?
I picked Mavs to win that series, knowing Luka won't play.
I picked Jazz.
I think Dinwiddie and Brunson can hold it down enough
Sounds
to
about
where
right.
when Luka comes back.
Brunson went off.
Oh,
that's what happened.
yeah.
Yeah, Brunson went off.
But Dinwiddie's going to have a game 2 one of these times. I think so.
Maybe. I don't think he's the guy he was 2 years ago.
So Luka has averaged 20 in 2021. He has 9.1 average rebounds.
Oh, well,
Eight the year before
Oh,
that,
look at that.
9.4 the year before that, 7.8 the year before that. For his career, he's 8.5.
It still doesn't really refute my point. They both can't fit. I mean,
No, but I got to give it to Mark for being
No, that's
right
fair.
once.
Nah, he
for
got
being
that.
right once. Yeah.
I still don't think it works with them too, though.
So
Yeah,
They wouldn't be able
that's
to get
coming from
him.
a Knicks fan, so whatever.
Mark Cuban does love
You
his
don't even know who you're a fan of.
foreigners.
Mark wins a fedora. Sorry.
It's not a
It's not a
fedora,
fedora,
man.
you
It's a cowboy hat. That is a cowboy hat.
Ah, man. But so, have you guys, let's be honest, how many games have you actually watched?
Of the playoffs?
I've watched
Yes.
half of one game so far.
think I've watched
I'm
two.
busy. This is my busy season.
You're busy with you, Tony Soprano?
Yeah.
Mark
I
Donna's
have,
signing a lot of autographs.
I have fallen to sleep to 4 games. Like I've started.
Those West Coast games are
Yeah,
tough, man.
they are,
On the
yeah.
weekend,
Yeah.
on the weekend, I can watch.
Yeah.
That's what I've been watching.
Yeah. I started watching the last Warriors Nuggets. Got about
Last
4
night.
minutes in, and
Yeah,
then
I was done.
4 minutes in.
Yeah, I was down.
It's got to be a new record.
Well, and I felt like I was wide awake when I started. Like I
Yeah.
was wide awake, and then
That's age.
yeah, it is.
You're
For
getting
sure.
old.
100%, man. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like I didn't die.
that's a dim moment. Holy.
Yeah, my sleep. had a
Wow, way to
arrhythmia.
take us morbid, Rocky, at the end of the show.
Am I in the will?
No, not
No,
at all.
not even a little bit. No. All right, so listen,
Hey,
guys.
but I'm taking care of Nisha and the kids.
Okay.
You know, it's
That's before he dies.
if Rocky died,
He went bad.
yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah,
If Rocky died, the headlines
You opened the door, buddy.
headlines would be Jordan Poole, career high. Then Rocky DeStefano's passed away in his sleep.
Yeah.
It would be probably that order.
Yes, it probably would be that in my own mind.
Did you guys ever see Mr. Deeds?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know the beginning of the movie where his grandfather's like climbing, he's like frozen at the top of the mountain.
Yes.
No, I don't.
Yes.
You ever seen Mr.
Rocky.
Deeds is a
No.
dumb movie.
No, it's
but
an Adam
funny.
Sandler
Ah.
movie.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's
It's the Adam Sandler movie.
I'm bad at movies. I've said this before.
Mr.
I
Deeds
get
is
it.
hilarious.
Deeds it's very underrated. It's a very underrated.
Yeah.
Very, very sneaky,
Sandler.
sir.
It's not underrated. It's an Adam Sandler film. It's
Don't be a snob.
It's
I hate
rated-
snobs.
Seriously.
it's rated exactly right.
Listen, this I hate people.
Dude,
like
if you
this.
can sign John
You gotta
Turturro,
take. Listen, when you eat cheese doodles, you don't say what is this?
if John Turturro and Steve
is not
Buscemi
steak,
sign
it's
on,
cheese
it's not
doodles.
shit, dude.
Adam Sandler movies are junk food. Now you like junk food, right? You don't take junk food and say you don't compare it to like 5-star Michelin star restaurant. You take it for what it is. I love this junk food. I love Adam Sandler movies.
Has Barstool done
Don't
an Adam
be-
Sandler's draft?
Oh,
They
that'd be
have,
good.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, don't do that. Don't
Listen.
demean it. Everybody knows what Adam Sandler movies are.
Yeah, but in the hierarchy of junk food movies,
Oh no, Mr. Deeds is
he's not.
it's a sleeper.
Adam Sandler's not my favorite.
What?
Where'd you go? Where would you go?
Well, no,
I like-
he's not my favorite either.
Yeah,
Will
like
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell's my favorite.
Yeah, Will Ferrell's my favorite
Honestly.
too.
But honestly, there's a handful of Will Ferrell movies that aren't like just junk food either.
Yeah.
But
Chris Farley's another one that's pretty like most.
he's
of his
got
are
2
funny.
movies that I really like. and then-
Sandler's in that class though. Sandler is definitely in Farley's class.
Oh, come on, Big Daddy.
Yeah, dude,
The
you-
Water
yeah.
Boy.
Come on, you-
Happy Gilmore.
Don't
Gilmore.
discredit him for
Billy
grown-ups.
Madison.
I
That's
get,
ridiculous.
I get grown-ups as shit, but come on.
Yeah, Grown Ups is a joke.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, look, his voice cracked. Look at that. Let's point and laugh at Phil.
Dude, you don't even have
make
to
fun
point
of me.
that out, man.
We,
It's like
actually
every
laugh
episode.
at Phil all the time. Yeah,
Look, he did the thing.
It's
It's
not
acted.
puberty. It's I just don't. I have a constant cold, so I'm always
I'm sure.
clearing my throat. I'm seriously.
They'll drop one day, Phil. Don't worry.
I love Hubie Halloween.
So my balls dropped a long time ago.
Let me clear my throat.
All right, listen, guys. Thank you for showing up. We appreciate you watching, listening. Go on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, like and subscribe. I like that. Hit the notification bell. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Comment. Tell us that you hate Mark. We love anything. We thank you for being here.
TikTok,
Peace.
Peace.